Rise of civilization. From Stone Age to agricultural revolution. From industrial revolution to scientific revolution. Accumulation of knowledge and technology has reached a critical mass that brought about communication revolution, including e-commerce. Rate of e-commerce growth is exponential, creating opportunities and perils. Hence, it becomes important to understand control environment, security requirements, and technology considerations in e-commerce business. Hi, I am Gunjan. Now, growing complexity of business processes and web-based application increases the challenges many auditors face while auditing clients who are adopting e-commerce strategies. Under e-commerce environment, new and more complex value-added models with several integrated applications are being developed at a rapid pace. Auditors should consider these factors to determine nature, timing, and extent of audit procedures. Audit should have sufficient knowledge of the industry in which client organization is operating. Auditor should have appropriate knowledge of technology involved in various business processes and should understand extent of dependencies over e-commerce and e-commerce strategy. Most important consideration for an auditor is to involve an expert in the areas where auditor does not have sufficient knowledge, for example, network specialist. Legal frameworks in different jurisdictions vary in their recognition of e-commerce. Nonetheless, auditor needs to consider legal and regulatory issues related to the entity's e-commerce activities. For example, does organization have adequate mechanisms to recognize tax liability in different jurisdictions where e-commerce activities are operated by the organization? There might be different documentation retention requirement in different jurisdictions, and it is very important to consider for an auditor. Auditor should also be aware of privacy laws operating in various jurisdictions. E-commerce contracts may not be enforced evenly in all jurisdictions, for example, usage of digital signatures. Certain activities, for example, internet-based gambling may not be legal in all the jurisdictions. Similarly, funds received from other jurisdictions should be compliant with money laundering laws. Auditor should be aware of intellectual property related rules in various jurisdictions. Auditor should establish legal jurisdiction of the organization to ensure compliance with respective rules and regulation in various jurisdictions. For this, auditor needs to consider several factors. For example, where the entity is legally registered, where its physical operations are based, where its web server is located, and where goods and services are supplied from, and similarly, where the customers are located, where goods and services are delivered. All these are important considerations for an auditor to establish the jurisdiction. In an e-commerce environment, while establishing the overall audit strategy, the auditor should consider effect of information technology on audit procedures, including the availability of data and expected use of computer-assisted audit techniques. In an e-commerce environment, the entries in accounting records are often initiated, recorded, processed, and reported in electronic form. Accordingly, auditor should consider certain points during planning stage. For example, auditor should assess scope of e-commerce environment, for example, understanding of transaction flow, method of recording and storage, system interfaces, and reporting requirements. Auditor should identify key risk areas and plan to address them. Auditor should also consider reports of other auditors where available, and auditor should also gain understanding of internal controls operating in the organization. Deployment of experienced team members makes a difference. Again, timing of audit is important. For example, keeping in view various types of e-commerce activities and process flow is also important. Thanks for watching. Please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you like.